how straightforward they are, how honest they are. Like I give a lot of effort into it to make this good meal, and he doesn't like it. My mom would prefer a meal for me, and even if I don't like it, I would still
He broke her little heart.
how unbothered they are. They just don't care what other people would think about them.
I drive my wife crazy. There's a lot of things she hates about me. I have a New Yorker attitude. If anybody knows that New Yorker attitude, you know what I'm talking about. Now, today I got another one for you. This one is coming from Philippine Family Life for Leia. I don't know if I got the channel name right, but make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe to her and also me as well. But this one here today is going to be called I believe it's seven shocking things about a foreigner, something like that. But we're going to get right into it, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I think. But I'm sure she's right? She's 100% right. And I'm just going to go over it and see what I think about it. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name is Leia. In today's video or today's topic, I'm going to discuss or share with you the 7 things that shocked us Filipina being married or living with an expat or foreigners. The shocking part about expat or foreigners, the things that they do or the habit that they do that we find it shocking, and some of the things are actually funny, and some of the things we find it quite irritating, and some of the things it turned out as a good thing as well.
Now, I got to be real with you guys, all right? I know I come across calm. I am very calm, but I drive my wife crazy. There's a lot of things she hates about me. I have a New Yorker attitude. If anybody knows that New Yorker attitude, you know what I'm talking about.
So I'm quite excited to discuss this topic with you guys. So without further ado, let's start.
And that New Yorker attitude is I like everything fast. I like everything like this. And I speak my mind. That's what it is. Nothing crazy.
We find it talking about banana. We always enjoy talking about this because we can always relate to each other. In fact, this is one of our favorite topic aside from talking about bananas. But yeah, I'm just joking. But anyways, we always enjoy talking about this topic, and sometimes we make fun about it. Actually, the things that our husband or partner do that we find it sometimes funny, we find it irritating, and some of the things we're thankful that they have this habit or they do these things. And also, I want to point out that I'm not trying to generalize all the expat or foreigners. I'm talking about in most cases, or the expat that in common. So maybe some Filipina there watching saying, oh, my husband doesn't do that, or maybe an expat watching this, oh, I don't do that, I'm not like that. So as I said, I'm not trying to generalize, or I'm not trying to referring to all the expats. So the number one that we find it shocking about expat or foreigners that they do is how straightforward they are, how honest they are. Yes, that's something we are shocked about at first, about foreigners, because I'll give you an example. Like if I make a meal for my husband, like I give a lot of effort into it to make this good meal, and he doesn't like it, and you know he would he would tell me straight or in honesty that he doesn't like the food, even though he knows that it would hurt my feelings.
I do the same to my wife, but you know what it did to her? It actually conditioned her. Actually, I said it one time, and that was the only meal I ever had for my wife that was bad. My wife usually cooks good meals for me, but we're very honest. We're open and honest. And that's usually, I'm happy to see, and I'm sure, I know that for sure. Most expats are like that with their ladies. It's good to see.
He would still tell me that he doesn't like the food I prepare for him. And the first time I experienced this with Gary, I was shocked. Like, why would he say that? Because to me, I'll give you an example. Like my mom would prefer a meal for me, and even if I don't like it, I would still.
He broke her little heart.
Telling her how good the food is she prepare. I would still eat it in front of her, even though deep inside I want to throw up because I don't like the food, because I care about
We don't save face. That's what it is. Out here, they get caught up in saving face for the elders, and that's just not something we do in the States.
About her, I don't want to hurt her feelings, and especially to our loved ones. That's just how we are Filipinos, so we are not very honest maybe. But foreigners, they are very straightforward. They're so vocal about their feelings. They are very straightforward. We Filipinos, we cannot tend to just stay quiet and because we care about what we make other people feel. It doesn't matter if we had to lie. Even if we're gonna lie, we still don't want to hurt our.
And that one thing right there is not good, right? And foreigners know that. And I say this as Filipinos, I think you have to be very careful. Let me let this be known, right? You won't find a bunch of Filipinos out there just lying to you, just to make you feel good. I'll tell you this: I'm out in the Philippines. Filipinos will tell you straight up, but a lot of times when it comes to the one they love, that's when they save face. Let me give an example. When I'm outside in the street, people preparing me food, no one's saving face to me, right? Straight up, no, you can't have that. Or yes, you can have that. They tell you straight up, they don't sugarcoat it. I don't know what it is about service, but I'm being they'll tell you how it is.
Loved ones feeling. So I do is it a good thing being that honest? I think so. Like my husband's reason why he is that honest, because like the example I make earlier, if I make the food that he doesn't like, of course he has to be honest. Otherwise, I'm gonna make the same food
And I have to say this: that's not all Filipinos too. Not all Filipinos are gonna be like that.
next time. So I will waste my effort if he don't enjoy it, right? So I think it is a good thing. The number two that shocked us Filipinas about expat or foreigners is how small or how little their patience when it comes to everything. Yes, that's something that shocked us Filipinos, especially the first few months that I live with my husband Gary. Like I was shocked about, like he, like for example, like if he says that, oh, tomorrow we're gonna leave around 10 and I should be ready at 10, I should be in the car at 10, and that's, I find it shocking because that's just not how we are Filipinos. We are not really well organized about our time or the plan. We kind of don't take the time seriously. So for the first few months I lived with my husband, I was shocked about how disciplined they.
I gotta tell you something, y'all. I'm guilty, right? My wife was actually the opposite of her. Kay wasn't like most Filipinos. All that late stuff, that was more so me, right? Because Black Filipino time, we call that what time? Black people time. But I wasn't late like that. But you guys know what I mean. I was late. I was always somewhat late, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Her, everything she did was on time. I guess she was just disciplined like that, but it was actually the opposite. So I'm happy my wife was like that.
Are when they say they're going to meet someone at 3 p.m., they always at that location at 3 p.m. or before 3 p.m. because they are always on time and they don't like waiting. They don't want to wait. If they said, do we have to leave, they don't have that patience to wait for you. You would go. It doesn't matter if you're well dressed or not. They will leave. So that's just something surprised me, and I think I understand that because Philippines works differently. Our mindset is different because everything is slow, and from their country, everything is fast. Work fast. So yeah, if we're gonna go to grocery store with Filipinos, we have so much patience because that's something we are used to. Like we put up since we're young. Like we had to wait. We already expect, like going to this grocery store, in our mind we already expect that we are gonna be in line for 30 minutes or an hour. Like foreigners don't have that much patience because that's not something that they are used to from their country. So yeah, I think I understand that now. The next one that shocked us Filipina about expat or foreigners is how unbothered they are. They just don't care what other people would think about them. They just focus in their business. They just don't care if.
That's it's funny. That gets my wife too. My wife got used to it. She calls me thick face. That's what they say out in the Philippines. They say, "Oh, you so thick face, huh?" And my wife says it all the time, "You thick face." And what happened is, from being with me for so long, she became that way as well.
Other people would think they are like this and that because it's different. It's different. We Filipinos, we care so much about what other people would think about us.
From what she stated so far, I can second that, right? I definitely have to do one of these with my wife, and maybe a little bit different, to give you guys an example of what the Filipinos expect and how it is out here, because everything really runs on Philippines time. You got to get used to things being very slow. And it's funny what she said when she mentioned she wasn't used to her husband being like that, right? But I say this as an expat: don't change who you are. When you come to the Philippines, come being yourself. Just learn to give in a little bit, and you will learn to give in when you get to the Philippines. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Before I go, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to click that notification bell to make sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. All right, guys, thanks. See y'all next video. Yeah, also, make sure to go subscribe to Philippine Family Life with Leia. I think that's the channel name, so go subscribe to her now. I'll leave her link in the description. See y'all later. Peace.